Okay guys, I got the latest package for the Corvette and the SS actually, and let's see what we got. I have a PCV check valve from Beck Arnley. Now what happened was, in my previous video I had taken the PCV system apart to update the bracket, to cut that bracket short for the catch can from Elite Engineering. Well, what happened was, when I was working on the catch can, I accidentally pulled the damn check valve apart. Like it split in half. And what I did was, I actually super glued it back together, but I didn't put the check ball and the spring back in. I didn't see it. It was stuck underneath the blower snout, right behind the water pump. So I super glued it, and I made it a very expensive, basically an adapter, 3/8 to 3/8 adapter. So in this video, I'm just going to install the new PCV valve. All right, so you can see the PCV, well, the two hose clamps right there. That's where the PCV valve is. Basically, I'm just going to take the top 3/8 hose off of the catch can, slide it out underneath the blower snout, take the two screws off the worm clamps, and pull the system out. So let's disconnect that. All right, and then should be able to pull this through the other side. Ow. Okay. Now, I disconnected the Edelbrock fitting. I covered this in my previous Kaale video, the Kaale oil consumption video, that was connected to 3/8, and I should be able to pull this out. So I covered this Edelbrock fitting in my previous video of how the LS9s have a specific fitting, and Edelbrock sells a 90 that clips right onto it. So now that I got the whole hose out, I'm going to take these two worm gear clamps off and replace that valve. All right, so this is a 6mm socket on these hose clamps, and just loosen them up. This really isn't going to take much. Okay, it's one end. Okay, so I got both hose clamps loose. Pull this out, and you can see right through that. I don't know if the camera can show that, but I can see right through it. Like I said, I basically made this a very big 3/8 female to female adapter. I'm sorry, 3/8 male to male adapter. So what I'm going to do is follow the same direction as I had it before. You want the two manifolds, so have this go toward the catch can. Stick this in there and tighten it back up. Stick this one on there too. Tighten up in the same direction. Try to keep it symmetrical, I guess. All right, now that shouldn't go anywhere, and I'll feed this back through the car. Now there is some oil condensation coming in through this. It's because the weather changed. It got cold here, and it's winter. So some of the condensed oil has gone from, you know, like instead of it being in a misty state, it's gone to like a milky oil state. And I checked my oil, you know, I checked the oil pan. There's no corrosion or anything to warrant me to worry about it. So I'm gonna just feed this through here, get it under the fuel rail, over the steam vent for the cylinder heads. Hold on. I see what it did. Fish my hand through here. So there's not a ton of room underneath the blower, so wearing gloves kind of sucks, but to get a hold of it. Okay. Just had to get that plug over the coil pack. And that should be about it, I think. I think we're fully tight here. I've got my hoses pulled up. Yeah, we're good. I just don't know if I want to go under here. Just go over and call it a day. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. All right. So I have the new, I had it routed kind of funny before. I had it routed like under the wires, and I'm gonna try it on top this time. I think it should be fine. I mean, honestly, this is just a PCV hose, so if it gets a hole in it, no big deal. But routed the hose kind of funny last time, and it looked like it was gonna hit the belt here. And unfortunately, I learned my lesson with belt routing because I actually managed to cut the main coolant hose that connects the down here. You see this new hose right here is the best place you can see it right here. I actually managed to rub a hole through that by having this hose accidentally hitting the damn serpentine belt. Cut a hole through it. I was smelling coolant, and you know the car wasn't overheating or anything, but it cut like a real micro cut through it, and it only leaked when it was under pressure. So like it didn't drip when the car, like I didn't come out to a puddle of coolant under the car. It only dripped when the car was running and it got warm. So I ended up having to buy a new hose, which was, I think the hose was 30 bucks, not a huge ordeal, but I ended up buying that hose and having it running, because that hose goes from the heater core lines here to the radiator spot, this T-junction. And I want to say one of those ties into the water pump. Yeah, it does. This one right here. The outer hose goes to the water pump. And the rest of that upper hose goes underneath all of this crap to the upper part of the radiator overflow coolant box, coolant overflow container, whatever you want to call it. But this line right here, I ended up having to take the throttle body off, take the intake out, take all this crap out just to get to that coolant hose. So, and I think, yeah, I had to drain the coolant too. So, you know, lesson learned, make sure you check your belt routing with everything. So I know this probably wasn't the most exciting vid, but you know, I figured people might want to see how I routed the PCV system with the Edelbrock, and I hadn't shown the check valve. I'll include a part number below of the check valve. I'll include links below to the Holly video of why I had to go this route with the PCV system, and I'll also include a link to the catch can update with that, you know, cutting that bracket shorter and redoing a couple other things. So thanks you guys for watching. Have a good day. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.